So it's about as a man thinketh, a book by James Allen. So the table of contents, there is an introduction to the book. Chapter 1, thought and character. Chapter 2, effect of thought on circumstances. Chapter 3, effect of thoughts on health and body. Chapter 4, thought and purpose. Chapter 5, the thought factor in achievement. Chapter 6, the visions and ideals. And chapter 8 talks about serenity. Yeah. So the introduction, mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind, and evermore he takes the tool of thought and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret and it comes to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. This little volume, the result of meditation and experience, is not intended as an exhaustive treatise on the much written upon subject of the power of thought. It is suggestive rather than explanatory, its object being to stimulate men and women to discover and perception of the truth that they themselves are makers of themselves. So it is you who is actually creating the entire creation and the entire experience that is happening with you by the way of your thoughts. अब वो थॉट्स के साथ आपकी इंटरेक्शन कॉन्शियसली है कि अनकॉन्शियसली है, that is something which we are currently unaware of in this current state of consciousness we are in. But each and everything is being created by us only. So जो भी आपके साथ हो रहा है, there are no coincidences. Everything is part of the creation that we have ourselves chosen, consciously or unconsciously. By virtue of the thoughts which they choose and encourage, that mind is the master weaver, both of the inner garment of character and the outer garment of circumstance. And that, as they may have hitherto woven in ignorance and pain, they may now weave in enlightenment and happiness. So by virtue of our thoughts, जो भी हम thoughts choose कर रहे हैं या जो आ रही है, और हम उसको encourage कर रहे हैं या हम उसको वो attention दे रहे हैं, वहीं से उस attention से consciously या unconsciously everything is being manifested into us. Whatever is coming to our space is a resultant of that manifestation, which is done at the level of giving attention and encouraging that thought. चाहे वो आपका inner experience आए या आपके outside में आके circumstances में कोई ऐसा consequence आए, everything has been, and everything in your space is linked to your encouragement and attention to that thought. Thought, chapter 1, thought and character. The aphorism, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his life. A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. So हमारे जो भी thoughts है हमारे बारे में, and we are not labeling it whether they are positive as per us or whether they are negative. Irrespective of whether they are positive or negative, that is the thought about ourselves is actually the reality which we are creating for ourselves. वो माइंड ये नहीं सोचता कि ये पॉजिटिव नहीं है, ये बदल देते हैं, या ये पॉजिटिव ठीक है इसको रख लेते हैं. नो, whatever is it in your mind, your opinion, your thought about yourself, that is what you are creating in your own reality. See, because anything that happens outside has nothing to do with what you are, but how whatever is that is outside impacts you or makes that hit to you, that is what matters. बाहर जो मर्जी हो रहा हो मेरे को अफेक्ट नहीं करेगा, बट वो जो बाहर हो रहा है मेरे अंदर क्या इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है वो मेरे को हिट करेगा, वो मेरी रियलिटी बनाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, you are with friends, known people, and there is this very funny character, and he makes a very funny, sarcastic joke on you. And you are also a jovial person by character, you like jokes. So उस joke का impact आपके अंदर क्या हुआ, how it lands inside of you, or what impact does that joke have on you, that is what matters to you. वो जोक दो बंदों को पसंद आया, दो बंदों को पसंद नहीं आया, जिसने जोक मारा था उसका जो मर्जी रिएक्शन है is irrelevant. So what is outside is outside, but how, what kind of an impact that outside thing has on you, that creates your reality, that creates your experience, and that makes a lot of way for the thought about yourself. हमारे साथ नहीं होता कि हम, some people generally get fearful of situations. So that fear which is outside is triggering something which is inside. तभी वो अंदर का fear बाहर आ रहा है, क्योंकि बाहर जो है वो तो सबके लिए कॉमन है. But the way it is impacting you, or the way it is impacting that fear inside of you, that is how your mind is going to perceive that thought. So whatever is outside and the way it reacts to what is inside actually paves the way for your reality. As the plant springs from and could not be without the seed, so every act of man springs from the hidden seeds of thought and could not have appeared without them. This applies equally to those acts called spontaneous and unpremeditated, as to those which are deliberately executed. Now, what do you mean by this? जो भी हमारे साथ हो रहा है is whatever seeds we have sown in our life in terms of our thoughts, उसके fruits सामने आ रहे हैं. And the funny part is the fruit is the resultant of what you have sown. So अगर आप एक फील्ड में कनक का बीज बोओगे तो उसका रिजल्ट कनक ही होगी. दैट कनक का बीज विल नॉट गिव यू राइस. और अगर आप कोई ब्यूटीफुल रोज या कोई और ब्यूटीफुल फ्लावर का सीड, इफ यू सो दैट सीड, the resultant would be that beautiful flower. It will not be kanak or rice. So जो fruit है, जो उस seed से आ रहा है, maximum times what we actually do, because चाहे वो spontaneous हो, मैंने प्लान किया नहीं प्लान किया, या deliberately मैंने किया, मैंने वो seed sow किया, it doesn't matter. What matters is what is that seed that I have planted in my mind. Because मेरे को fruit उस seed का मिलना है. और funny part ये है कि हम seed plant कर देते हैं consciously, unconsciously, और जब वो हमारे पास fruit आता है in terms of our actual reality, we say, I don't like this, I want to change it. How can you reverse that situation from the fruit? You cannot. In order to work on that consequence or that circumstances, you need to put another seed only. हम लोग फ्रूट पे काम करने लग जाते हैं, उस सिचुएशन को ठीक करने की कोशिश में लग जाते हैं. We forget that this is a consequent result of that choice of the seed which I made. And we are all the time working with the consequences, thinking that this will change our reality. No. You cannot change the consequence till the time you do not change the choice. और उस चॉइस को चेंज करने के लिए आपको कॉन्शियसली वो सीड बदलना पड़ेगा. बिकॉज कनक का बीज हर बार कनक ही देगा. एक लो सेल्फ एस्टीम की थॉट हर बार आपको लो सेल्फ एस्टीम ही देगी. बट एक हाई एम्पावरिंग थॉट का सीड जब हम कॉन्शियसली डालना शुरू करेंगे, and we will have that patience, we will start bearing the fruit of getting that high self-esteem, high self-worth. Because then that consequence and that fruit will come from that seed which I have sown. And all your thoughts which you encourage are the seeds which you sow. So जब तक हम seed level पे, thought level पे consciously उसको नहीं सो करेंगे what is it that we desire, तब तक हमें वो fruit नहीं मिलेगा. और जब तक हम ये सोचते रहेंगे कि सीड तो चलो मुझे याद नहीं मैंने कैसे डाला, बट मेरे कॉन्सिक्वेंस में ये चीज आ गई विच इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल टू मी, आई नीड टू चेंज इट. That change can only happen when you change the seed. You cannot change the fruit without changing the seed. You can't say to the fruit, hey fruit, badal ja. I don't want apple, I want banana. Change. And a lot of people have this misconception. So till the time we do not work on that process, start of that process of creation, which is that seed, which is that thought, तब तक consequences हम जिसे कहते हैं ना मरम पट्टी करी जाएंगे, फर्स्ट एड दे जाएंगे, ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग रिजल्ट्स नहीं. ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग रिजल्ट्स के लिए आपको सीड चेंज करना ही पड़ेगा. We feel कि हमने एक फर्स्ट एड दे दी है, सर्कमस्टांसेस ठीक हो गए हैं, आई एम गुड, बट जब तक वो उस दवाई का असर है, till the time that painkiller is working, you are comfortable. And the moment that painkiller का असर खत्म होता है, you are again stuck because you are working on the consequence. You need to actually work on that seed, that thought which created that fruit. Not don't work on the fruit. फ्रूट का टेम्पररी असर है. सो लॉन्ग ड्रॉन रिजल्ट्स के लिए आपको उस थॉट में जाना पड़ेगा, उस सीड में जाना पड़ेगा. Act is the blossom of thought, and joy and sufferings are its fruit. Thus, does a man garner in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own husbandry. जो हमारा एक्शन है वो उस थॉट से आ रहा है. Because when we are talking about the process of creation, we are actually moving from the thoughts to the words to the action or the deeds. So जब हमने वो जो कुछ भी हमारा थॉट है, जो भी उस सीड का है, अगर हमने वो सीड डाला है तो हम उसी के अकॉर्डिंगली वर्ड्स बनाएंगे, उसी के अकॉर्डिंगली ही हमारे एक्शंस भी होंगे. एंड एज अ रिजल्ट, whatever is it that is being manifested in your life is the reality of your fruit. Because जो एक्शन हम ले रहे हैं वो हम उसी सीड पे ले रहे हैं जो हमने सो किया है. एंड यू विल ऑलवेज सो व्हाट you will always reap what you sow. Nobody can change that. So there has to be a very strong conscious creation of sowing what exactly is it that you want to reap. And it starts from that seed and it starts from that thought. लोग कहते नहीं बुरा ना सोचो बुरा हो जाएगा. That's how it works. You attract that because उस thought को आपने एनर्जी दे दी है, and then slowly and steadily that is going to be manifested in your life because that's the seed. And it's nothing wrong in anything. That's the process of creation. जो सीड है वो वही फ्रूट देगा, वो अपने आप से नहीं डिसाइड करेगा. कि पिछली बार तो मैं कनक बना था, मजा नहीं आया था लाइफ में, चल इस बार ना हम राइस बन जाते हैं. नो, दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट वर्क्स. सो दैट choice of that seed has to be changed. तभी वो reality बनी. Man is a growth by law and not a creation by artifice. And cause and effect are as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. A noble and godlike character is not a thing of favor or chance, but is the natural result of continued effort in right thinking. The effect of long cherished association with godlike thoughts. An ignoble and bestial character by the same process is a result of the continued harboring of groveling thoughts, negative thoughts. So जो भी हमारा क्रिएशन प्रोसेस चल रहा है, इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस जर्नी. ये आज का नहीं हुआ है कि आज जो मेरे साथ हुआ तो मैंने ये कल किया था तो आज मेरे को इसका रिजल्ट. इट्स अ कंटिन्यूअस जर्नी. एंड इन अ लॉट ऑफ केसेस इट इज कॉन्शियस एंड इन अ लॉट ऑफ केसेस इट इज अनकॉन्शियस. बट जो आपको आज फ्रूट मिल रहा है, इट्स बीन अ लॉन्ग ड्रॉन प्रोसेस. और आज की डेट में एवरीबडी वांट्स क्विक रिजल्ट्स। हमें इस चीज में पेशेंस समझनी होगी। I mean, everything has and will take its own time. And that is the beauty. Life is not a destination कि मुझे यहाँ जाना है, मुझे वो करना। Life is a journey to enjoy because everything has its own benefits, everything has its own experiences. आपको डेस्टिनेशन पे जाके मजा आ रहा है कि आप जर्नी एंजॉय करके फिर डेस्टिनेशन को भी एंजॉय करो। It's a choice because it is a long drawn process. As we've been saying it earlier, it's a 40-year-old programming. रातों रात तो कुछ भी नहीं होगा. It will definitely take time and it requires, because जितना वो slow and steady change आएगा उतना वो permanent रहेगा. And it's not that if it's 40 years programming hai, so it'll take 40 years to break it. No, but give it 1/4 the time or 1/10 the time. So if it's a 40-year-old programming, be ready, give it 3 to 4 years. That's the time it is going to take. अगर आपको truly or significant results चाहिए, I'm not talking about quick fix. I'm not here to work on first aid. First aid has a life. But when there is a surgery that needs to be performed, और उस सर्जरी के बाद उस सर्जरी में हल्की पेन भी होती है, आपकी बहुत ज्यादा इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है, आपके क्लोज वंस की इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है, एंड देन देयर इज अ रिकवरी टाइम, एंड देन देयर इज अ टाइम फॉर यू टू गेट बैक टू दैट नॉर्मलसी और दैट पोजीशन दैट इज व्हाट यू डिजायर. It's the same here. When you're working with the mind, it is going to take time. So don't expect 15 दिन बुक पढ़ी और ये हो जाएगा. No, not possible at all. But you will start questioning and you will get more clarity in terms of options क्या है, करना क्या है, प्रोसेस क्या है, टाइम कितना लगेगा, वो सारी चीजें आपको पता लगेगी. So the more clearer you become with all these things, the more you will be able to make a truly and a lasting impact on the way you want to create things, the way you desire them in your life. Because अगर हम कोई भी बीज बोएंगे, ये तो है नहीं कि आज बोया और कल फ्रूट मिल गया. No, as a season, it takes time. And that's exactly the same as with your mind. So जो आज हम थॉट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो हमें उस सीड के बारे में we have to be very, very conscious and we have to give it time. Because it is not an overnight thing or a 1 month, 2 month thing. No. Give it 1/10 of your age minimum. Because that's the time it is going to take. और आपने फर्स्ट एड कर करके काफी एक्सपीरियंस कर लिया है कि एक बार तो चले जाता है, बट जब वो पेन किलर का असर पड़क बाहर, प्रॉब्लम फिर से. मैं तो वहीं पे आ गया जहां पे था. दिस डज नॉट वर्क. ये तो सब बोलने के लिए अच्छा है, लाइफ में ऐसे तो होता ही नहीं है. सो लाइफ में अगर हमें वो चीज चाहिए, वो फ्रूट चाहिए, तो पहले उसका वो बीज पे काम करना पड़ेगा, उस बीज को ढूंढना पड़ेगा जिससे वो फ्रूट मिल रहा है. एंड उस बीज को बोना पड़ेगा. वी नीड टू सो द राइट सीड with the right intention and take care of that seed like a baby. उसको पानी भी देना पड़ेगा, धूप से भी बचाना पड़ेगा, इंसेक्ट से भी बचाना पड़ेगा, सारी चीजें करनी पड़ेगी उस सीड के लिए आपको. And that, my friends, does take time. And it will. But rest assured, अगर हम वो perseverance और patience से उस सीड को नर्चर करेंगे, trust me, the results would definitely be phenomenally fantastic, and they would definitely match with what is it that you actually and truly desire.